Hello, everyone. It's Nicole with Tarot and Tea. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I am going to do a quick little reading for all this awesome moon energy and Mercury retrograde, which is actually coming to a close. We still have the lingering parts of that moon energy, and I just wanted to pull some cards and some messages for the collective. This is going to be for all zodiac signs, all elements. This is for everybody. I do owe Gemini and Libra a reading. That's going to be for August and September. So I will get to that. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and get into it with my Moonology cards. This is going to be a general collective reading. So, as I always say, take what resonates. These messages aren't going to be for everybody, but hopefully we'll reach some of you, most of you, and we'll go from there. For the collective, spirit guides, we have confidence is your key to success. Moon in Leo. We are still in Leo season, so happy birthday to you, Leos. So what else do we need to know for this moon energy? Communication is key. A lot of times people will tell you not to communicate during Mercury retrograde because communication can be a little weird or just off. But when we are in Leo season, we are reminded not to let pride get in our way. Like the ego is what causes the communication to be a little weird. It's time to be transparent and believe in the impossible. So if you focus on communicating as opposed to not communicating, that is really going to help you during this moon. Okay, so we have the energies gaining momentum. Conclusions are within reach, and we have it's time to give rather than take. Virgo energy. So far, we have Virgo, Gemini, and Leo. If you guys are wanting to know what signs, and Capricorn, because the end of a tough cycle approaches. So we had a full moon in Aquarius, but I do believe Capricorn is the next to get that moon in their sign. So the end, some of you guys might have just been feeling like, everything is just not working out. Maybe during the Mercury retrograde, you kind of just felt a little confused or lost or just wondering what was going on. There's a lot of that going on. You're never alone. So being yourself and focusing on the positive at this time is your key, is also a key for, in your communication. Okay, communicating authentically, not just like, hey, how's the weather, let's talk about, just let's know that you're not alone and you need to feel joy in all that you do. So maybe some of you guys have some upcoming vacations or trips planned. You need to take those trips. You need to do those things. Go see those people that you want to see. There's a lot of stuff that I feel energetically that a lot of people are trying to, you know, get the energy and the momentum to actually go do something and, believe that anything's possible. So don't let the things that, held you back prior, your doubts, your fears get in the way, because there are opportunities. Some of you guys are going to be traveling, to different, I'm hearing different, like not just cities or states, but like different countries. You're going to be going to a place in the summertime that's really cold, and, maybe skiing in Aspen or something like that. I am feeling that energy that, you are kind of like on the fence whether or not you should do this. And the moon energy can cause people to, have really lucid dreams, wake up numerous times, not get enough sleep, be a little edgy, paranoid. There's all kinds of things that the moon energy brings in. But at this time, we need to express gratitude, let go of the guilt, feeling guilty, understanding that, you learned something. You have to learn something and actually feel heartbreak or feel sadness to know what lesson it was that you needed to learn. So some of you guys had to learn a lesson in the prior months, I'm hearing, and you have gratitude. You're thankful for the opportunities that the lesson taught you, okay? But you do feel guilty. And there's the blame card here. You have to accept responsibility for your well-being. So when I see the blame card and guilt and grief, I do feel that a lot of you guys, maybe have wanted to blame somebody else for a situation or something else that, was out of your control. Just know that you need to accept responsibility for your own well being, and you can only control the things that you're able to control. Okay. So that is also something that I'm getting. All right. Some of you guys need to forgive somebody, acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So somebody pissed you off or somebody did you dirty, and you need to forgive them so that you're able to open up your own manifestation tunnel. I'm hearing like you have it closed. Whenever you feel something that isn't right, you close that. So it's time to open that portal up, I'm hearing. So some of you that I'm reading for are actually into like astro traveling, where you guys are opening up new portals. Only some of you guys will understand what the heck I'm talking about, but if you know, you know. So we have the disruption card here, feeling that tower moment. Some of you guys are on edge about your job and your situation. It could be a personal situation or a relationship. But this tower card is here to remind you that this disruption is temporary, okay? Something about the 16th is here, August 16th. So look out for that. Moving on from something, but in a positive manner. So something that you have to move on from is going to be positive for you. The number 8 is here. The number 6 is here. So there's been a waiting period or something about waiting for something. It's time to move on from that. It's time to quit waiting for something to happen, I'm hearing. Okay, because the universe is pushing you to actually make this, whatever this move is, happen. Okay, you've waited too long. You waited too long to reach out. There's a spiritual union here, 2 of Cups. So some of you guys have waited too long. The universe was trying to push you towards something or an opportunity, and you missed the boat. You missed the boat because you weren't paying attention. You weren't paying attention, which is why the Tower card is here. So some of you guys had to learn a really hard lesson. But the outcome of that would be fulfillment of wishes and foundation and achievement. So you will have another opportunity September 4th, sometime in September, to make amends or make things right. 222 is here. So that could be a spiritual number for you. Okay. But the universe, when you put something out into the universe just by saying what it is that you want, you are sending out those messages to your spirit guides, to the universe, to Buddha, whoever you believe in, okay? And they are hearing you, but it's confusing because if you don't they give you the opportunity right there. If you don't make that opportunity happen, then that's when this disruption card comes in. The universe gets confused. They're like, I thought you wanted this, but you didn't do anything about it. We gave you the opportunity, and now so sometimes you have to be careful if you're not ready for something, okay? Temptation is here. So the temptation card could have gotten in the way of whatever the spiritual connection is. You need spiritual strength to withdraw yourself from temptation, versus, something that you really want. So you were given that test to make that decision. Okay. So anyways, new opportunities, a new month, something about September is like, don't fumble the ball. Don't fumble the ball. I'm hearing don't fumble the ball. I don't know what that means. It might mean something to somebody. Shaq came into my head. Shaquille O'Neal telling somebody not to fumble the ball. You guys could have a conversation about basketball or something. Something about the legend, Kobe Bryant, or something to that extent. We have somebody, work talk, water cooler talk. Conversation at work is in my head. I'm seeing people gathered around talking about something. So a lot of this is going on. You might feel more social during this time, okay? The Fool card is here. Just be careful what you say. Don't say something stupid in front of the boss, okay? The Ace of Wands is here. Maybe the boss's son or daughter, depending on, what you're into, is hot. Just be careful of the way that you approach, somebody that you want them to take you seriously. The Emperor's here. The Emperor is a little uptight, a little seasoned, but the Emperor, they can be a little judgy, and this Emperor is wise. So something about having some strength, like control your urges, control. What do they need to control? 7 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, just out there lollygagging, messing around on the job, or not paying attention to something that's super important. Okay, something that has to do with your money. So these are just downloads that I'm getting when I do a collective reading for all signs. All kinds of stuff comes out. The High Priestess is here. Intuition, knowing. So a lot of you guys know if you are going to an office event. I keep going back to the work environment, or you're going to a place where there's going to be, somebody there that is an importance. It's important to watch your surroundings, watch your words. The 5 of Wands is here. Yes, 777 is here. The Chariot card is here. Cancer energy. Just being careful, not to cause like a fight, or not to cause any, ill will, or something like that with the 5 of Wands. So we do have, a lot of fun, exciting things coming towards some of you guys. Some of you guys are coming out of financial, like maybe you spent too much money, and you guys are finally saving up money in your savings account. You're building your savings account again. That's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Sun card is the outcome for the month of September. So after we get out of all of this moon energy, which is why today I waited to do the reading, because it was really, really messing with me in every way, shape, or form. I'm a Virgo, and I have an Aquarius moon. And we had this major Aquarius moon during Lionsgate portal, which is on 8/8, the whole thing. On top of the birthday, it's a whole thing, guys. And so some of you guys understand, and you guys went through this, but either way, I wanted to wait until we got here, because I finally feel that release of that energy. So let's go ahead and get a wisdom card from my Wisdom Angels Oracle deck. The advice for the collective for this new full moon energy. We have be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. So we do have lots of communication, that spiritual union. The universe is like, okay, we're going to give you another chance. Simple acts of kindness. So kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. So be kind to people. We have true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Feeling like Romeo and Juliet vibes up in here, okay? So, yeah, speak the language of love, be supportive, and I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. I hope you guys enjoy the month of August, and I will be back for Gemini and Libra. Namaste. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.